Hello everybody, this is Miss Pie, and yes, you do see my face here. Alright, so the video I'm doing for these notes is pretty much, you need to be able to see what I'm doing with them to know what you're supposed to do. So there's two different things that you have in these notes. Of course, my notes are white because I didn't get them printed on pretty pink paper, but you'll have some pages that look like this. Sorry, everything's backwards. So you have some pages that look like this where there's no definitions here, there's just terms here. Okay, all this stuff at the top, this top heading, it's on every page. You don't need it. This is a copy of some notes that I did for previous years, and I forgot to take off those headings before I got these printed up. So you don't need those. So on all the pages that look like this, you are going to cut out right on the line. Okay, try to cut as neat as you can. I know some of you are really good at cutting. Some of you, I think you tried to skip kindergarten or first grade or something, because I've seen your papers that you've cut out and they look terrible. They look like my, well, I was going to say like my 8-year-old cut it out, but my 8-year-old can actually cut pretty good. All right, so let me get this all cut. So you want it cut like this, okay? Except I want you to also separate each term. So, cut them like this. So each term has to be cut out separately. And then, so all the ones like this, cut them all out. All right? Then you also have pages like this that have lots of words and pictures and all sorts of stuff. And you see the dotted lines? You're going to cut all those out on the dotted lines. Okay? And I know some of you do not understand the difference between a dotted line and a solid line. Please do not cut all of these solid lines. Don't cut these. Man, it's so hard to move my scissors the opposite way. Don't cut this solid line, don't cut this solid line, just the dotted lines, okay? The reason why is because we're going to tape these onto our vocabulary terms. Excuse me. All right, so as you can see, I've I've cut along all the dotted lines, but these strips are all together. Woo, that was really an up close and personal. Sorry about that. All right, so now you have pages that have, or you have strips that have the vocabulary words like this, and you have strips that have definitions and pictures and all that like this. So what you need to do is read over these definitions and see if you can figure out which definitions go with what terms. I'm not going to tell you which ones go with what. If you want, if you need to, pause the video, type in like the word asymptote. If you have no idea what an asymptote is, type it into Google and say, what is an asymptote? If you do that, it'll tell you that it's a boundary line or a line that a function approaches for extreme values of either x or y. Okay? So this matches up with your asymptote thing, right? So what I want you to do, once you figure out which definition goes, or yeah, what definition or what picture and all that goes with each term, you're going to tape the definition and picture on top of the vocabulary strip. But I only want you to tape the top part. Oh man, this is so hard to do when I'm being videotaped. Alright, so do you see how I have the tape on top? So I'm just going to tape it like that, and I'm folding it over like that so that you can flip these up. Okay, these will go in your composition notebook. In fact, asymptote starts with an A. So guess what letter you're going to stick asymptote in? A's. So find after you tape them, remember we're just taping the top part so that we can flip it up and we can put extra notes down here as we're going through this unit. Okay? And then I will tape this in my A section of my composition notebook. And I totally forgot to bring my composition notebook over here, so let me run and go get it. All right, I'm back. And with my notebook, we're going to pretend that it has Miss Pie on this surface. And as soon as I find my A's, I can show you that I've taped it in there. And notice that when I tape it, I've taped along the top so that the asymptote and thing is all in there, but now I can flip this up, and I've also taped along this bottom part. Can you see that tape there? It's kind of hard to see it, but it is kind of shiny. And now during the unit, as we're going through this unit, we can, anytime we learn new things about asymptotes, we can write them down in here. And let's see. So notice some of them with asymptotes. I think asymptote is the only one in this unit that's in the A section. But if you have a section like the minimum and maximum, they both start with M. So you would find the M section, put them in there, and then you can tape them on the same page if they'll fit. All right, so I'll let you do the rest of those vocabulary terms and definitions and get them all matched up. All right, talk to you later. Bye.